Hello, welcome to your new favorite class, how to automate your cold calls. So let's go ahead and start going over some of this stuff. So the very first thing you'll do is open up the Automating Your Cold Calls, a PDF. It's underneath this video. And this is the one that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Is drop.co. It has all the functionalities and stuff that I like, and you can do the direct to voicemail and the mass texting directly in it. So that's the one that I am going to choose to do this demonstration. Some of these other ones are really great too, very easy to use. The CRM calling companies, just want to mention these real fast. So if you do not like the idea of direct to voicemail, you would rather, if somebody does pick up, then you want to talk to them, and if they do not pick up, you want to hit a button to leave the automated voicemail. Then these are the companies for you. You can put in your list. It will just kind of auto dial them, so you'll be actually hooked in. It's just going to auto dial, and then you're going to be live if they do answer, and then if it's voicemail, you can just hit the button. And then you can also like add in notes directly into their system of like who you talked to and when, or like what you talked about, so you can have everything in one easy database. They're very cool, but they're not automated. So that is why I'm going to talk to you about this, as I did promise automation and funnels. So this is going to be what we're going to use, but this is how we're going to get started. So the very first thing you're going to do, obviously, is get a leads list, like the very first video. And then after you do have a leads list, we can go ahead and start doing some voicemail drops. Now, let me show you how these work, just in case you've never done one of these Google Documents before. So you're going to click on this. It's going to give you a link. You'll notice on this link, I cannot edit it. I can't do anything with it. So I'm going to have to follow what the big red box says. It's going to say File, make a copy, and then you can save it into your Google Drive. Or you can do File, download, and make it into a Word document so that you can edit it on your own on your desktop if Google Drive drives you crazy, just like me. So each of these, so this is written for a single agent, so you're the one doing the calling. And then this one is more for we. So this is like if you had an assistant, or if you had like a junior agent making calls on behalf of a team or a brokerage, the we ones are better written for that. And then also, if you did want to hire somebody to do the voicemails for you, so it looks like you have an assistant, these are also the ones that you're going to use, where they just introduce themselves, them mostly just talking about the brokerage. So these are going to be the ones we want to use. Otherwise, it's going to be this right here. The very first step will be downloading this and then making any changes that you want to it. So obviously, my name is first name, and then you want to change out your company name. Another thing I want to show you is if you do have like a specialty, so say you're investor rep, but you do multifamily or medical office or something like that, you can just change out some of these wording to be, instead of commercial properties, to be multifamily properties or medical office or industrial warehouse space. Whatever it is, you can update it and make it unique for you. So once you have these all updated, one thing that we're going to do is we're going to record the voicemails. So all I did to find this sound recorder is I just went to Microsoft Store. I just looked up, sound recorder, and then I just picked the free one. You can do the same thing if you have a Mac with iTunes. You can just look for a free sound recorder, or you can look for a Mac if you are, or a Google. If you have a Google Chrome, you might be able to find one for a sound recorder. So all we're going to do here is we're going to, choose the microphone that we're going to use. Once you're ready, you're going to hit record, and then you can just read directly off of your list. You're going to do that for each one of the voicemails, and then you're going to save it somewhere where you can find it. And then, so here we go. So here's the one that I recorded earlier. And then here is a leads list I'm going to actually update for Drop.co. Now, Drop.co is pretty cool in the fact that it has a couple of different pricing options. It has one where you can do like a monthly subscription. But what I really like about it is that you can also do just pay as you go. So you can just get a certain amount of credits that you need, and then you can just use them as you need them. Okay, so here's what Drop.co looks like on the back end. So this is after you've set up yourself an account. This is what it's going to look like. One of the things that we're going to do in the very beginning here is we are actually going to put our list in here. So let me just go ahead and open up my list here. So let me just tell you, if this is your first campaign ever, what you want to do is just use a list that is just you. So like your name and your phone number, and then maybe like your spouse, your friend, your business partner. And the whole point is that you want to run one of these campaigns completely with just so you're just going to test it and then that's it. The last thing you want is to find out that you have an incorrect date or like the time is messed up or they all accidentally run it all one time. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way down all at once. So you really want to test it with your own list before you start messing around with some of the other ones. Okay, so here is my list. One thing I want to do is I'm going to hit preview. So the only things or the only fields that it really wants or the only columns is going to be first name and then the phone number. So I'm just going to cut, oops, delete. There we go. So I'm deleting everything here. And then I'm just going to relabel this. So this is going to be F name. So you see right here where it says F name, this now has to be F name. And then this is going to be phone 2. So one of the things that I need to do is I've got to reformat this so it's just all numbers. So there's an easy way to do this. So I'm just going to select the column of the phone, and I'm going to, if you don't see this, extend out your Excel here. We're going to hit Find and Select, and we are going to hit Replace. Now, if you had a parenthesis, for instance, you would do a parentheses, replace with nothing, and then you'd hit Replace All. This one is the dash. I'm going to replace with nothing. So there's nothing in here. There's no spaces or anything. I'm going to hit replace all, and then there we go. And so that's going to make them all just regular numbers here. And now from here, I can go ahead and hit save as copy. Oh, by the way, it'll work also with dots, dashes, the parentheses. If they have like a plus sign or anything, just replace as and then just the empty thing. And it's just going to go ahead and get that for you. Import ready. And I'm going to make this comment limited file right here. So all I did was I just saved it as import ready so that I knew which one it was. I have this really bad habit of saving over my Excel lists 1,800 times. And then I get really confused as to which one is what. Okay. On to. One of the things I do want to do is I want to put my actual phone number in here so that when I do test it, it will go to my phone number, and voila. Okay, now I have this, and it's called import ready, so I know which one it is, and I'm going to hit create list here, and I'm going to put big list. I'm going to label it with a date. Now this is very important because when you get all these campaigns done, all you're going to do is you're going to change the list to the new list, and then you're going to let it run. So when you do want to do this, so like for instance, you would put like investor rep and then like the date after it, so that you would know which one you're going to set all of your campaigns to when you get a new list. So it is very important to keep this list name somewhat easy for you to go backwards and find, or somewhat easy for you to add in a new one and you know exactly which one it is. So that's very important. And now I'm just going to hit browse, and then I'm going to hit fake import ready. I'm going to hit save. All right, so there it is. Okay, now I can do the hard work of the making a campaign. So I'm going to go to campaigns, and I'm going to do create voicemail drop. So I'm going to create a new voicemail drop right here. And I'm going to name this one, I'm going to kind of call it cold call number 1, investor rep. So when we use these again, what we're going to do is, so this one is always going to be cold call 1. So it's going to be this voicemail right here. So even if you were to run this one again and again, it's always going to be this voicemail, just to a different audience. So that's why we want to label these so that you know which one is what and then which voicemail it is. So here is where we're going to put in our voicemail. All right. So it has that. Now, opt out is so that when somebody is going to listen to your thing, then it's going to have an opt out message at the end of it. It is optional. You can decide whether or not you want to use it or not. But you do have to give somebody an opt out option. So if you are like recording voicemails, you might want to think about, if you want to opt out, just give me a call or whatever. And then here we go. So I would suggest you do the forwarding options as immediate call transfer. So this is going to, if somebody wants to hit the callback button on it, it's going to immediately forward to the phone number of your choosing, which will hopefully be, either your cell phone or your office direct. This is really the only one that you're going to need. So this part is pretty cool. The state do not call list. So right now, as I'm recording this, FCC says B2B calling is perfectly legal, but where things get iffy with B2B is if you are calling a personal phone number that is on the do not call list. So if you want to take the do not call list people off of your list, you can just hit yes right here. It will automatically cleanse your list of any people on that list. And so you don't have to deal with it. Business rules is kind of weird. I could only imagine like a large brokerage that's doing like a lot of cold calls needing this, but it's basically like if you wanted to exclude like an area code, like if you have like a really big list and you wanted to take New York out of it or something like that, then you could do that. I don't see. I don't really see a need for that. Okay. Hmm. All right, so I'm going to accept the terms and agreements. Okay, now here's something kind of fun. So the start time and the end time. So the start time, I want to give it like probably 10 a.m., a respectable time here. Oh, you actually have to use the buttons. I forgot about that. And then the end time, I definitely don't want to make it, 5, maybe 3 p.m., something like that. Now, one thing that you do want to consider too, if you are prospecting in a area code that's not yours or in a different state or something, you really want to think about the phone systems that you're using. So this is based on Central Time because that's where I set up my personal account. So it's probably going to be Pacific or Eastern or whatever for you. But if you are, for instance, like Pacific and you have some people on there that are Eastern, you want to make sure that these aren't going to call them at midnight. So just make sure when you're going through here that you are being courteous to people and what would be a good time to do your automated calls here. So I'm just going to make them all 3 o'clock. And you can see here, you can also do no Fridays if you wanted to, or you can add on Saturday and Sunday. So this, I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to hit add records. Okay, import saved list, and then we did this one. So this is my list. And found records, so I'm going to hit add records. I'm going to go back. So it's going to take a minute for it to create the campaign. Okay, now it's done. One thing that I do want to add to it though is I'm going to go ahead and edit. And I want to add a text drop. So this will be a text that is added on. So you can do you can open up that the voicemail script. You can make a little thing that goes with it, and then that way it will save. That way, when the voicemail drops, it will also drop this text. Now I'm not going to sit here and do it all, but just know. Let's see here. Drop text setup. So okay, I know it'd be like hi. F name. Let me see if I can this F name. Here we go. Okay, so hi, first name. So it's going to auto populate the first name of the person on there. And then you can go ahead and do your text message right here. So then that will drop along with it. Close. Yes, thank you. It's telling me that that's not a real message. I know. All right. So I'm actually going to turn this off, but so once it is on, what it's going to do is the reason why it's not doing it right now is because I have it set up for 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. is actually past that point right now, and I obviously don't really want it to go out because it's just a bunch of 555 numbers. So I'm just going to go ahead and off. But for you, once this does run and here you can see also with the schedule here, you can figure out when it's going to run next. So, for instance, today is Tuesday, so it would run Wednesday at 10 a.m. Going ahead and started, and then we have it pacing too. So it's every 30 minutes or whatever. So it might take a little bit, depending on how big your list. It might take a little bit for it to go all the way through. But when it's finished, it will show you the status of it, how many successes, how many more it has to do, how many fails, and then what the queue is, and then how much it costs you at the end of the day. And then so that it's going to show you all the stats. And what you're going to do is you're going to make one of these cold calls for every single one of the voicemails that you're going to use. Now, Dropco has this really obnoxious thing. See how it says campaigns used, campaigns remaining. So, that is because it has a limit. So if you wanted to do the full, I believe it's four altogether, and then, or is it six? I can't remember. You have like a certain amount of packs, and then you do have to pay extra for some more campaigns. So if you did need more campaigns, it is like an additional cost. Now, I do suggest you end up, if you're going to do all of the voicemails and you're going to use all of the campaigns, I do suggest you actually purchase that because and then you just have them set up, and then all you'll have to do when you're ready to run this campaign again is just hit edit, and then you're just going to change out the lists that it went to. So once it's finished, you can use the same campaign over and over and over again for different lists. It's just a matter of popping them in and doing them. All right, so that's it for automating your voicemails. I hope you had a really fun time automating voicemails. I'm sure you're thinking it's a lot easier than you thought it would be. So, once you have all this done, it's just a matter of adding in new lists into the system and then, logging in and then popping that list into, cold call one again, and then popping that list the next week into cold call two. Very easy, much better than sitting there and making phone calls until your face turns blue. so, so that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one, which I'm going to show you how to do the next thing.